and we spoke in past a lot about trying to get these obliques right. And if, as I mentioned in the report on Monday morning, everyone's like a little teapot. So if we can sort of do the old kids teapot, that we've got the spout and the handle, and we're a little teapot, and what we're trying to do is crunch down through these obliques as we drop that paddle down to the water. So it's not a bend from the spine. So I can do this without activating any muscles. So I'm sort of that little teapot with your hand out front here. And what I want to do is pour the teapot and just shorten those muscles in those obliques. So if we can crunch down in that position as we're dropping the paddle straight down. Now, the drop is obviously, once we get the grip right, is that we've concentrated on maintaining the outside squeeze of those two fingers. We've come through all the way here, and then the drop is just vertical. Like we've spoken a lot about sort of from here, it's just straight down. So you can sort of see that my natural angle is just to put the paddle straight down into the water. I've got this backward sort of angle with the top. My top hand is very much behind my bottom hand, and from here we've got that sort of pivot. What we don't want to see is you here and you spearing forward. So again, it comes back to the grip, that if I'm coming through here like this and I've got that open hand, and then I want to spear the paddle forward. So I'm trying to go out that way. More length is not what we want. We want to come through with that nice tight grip and that broken elbow, and then the drop is just straight down to the water. So it's just vertically straight down. So if I was here with a ball and I dropped the ball out of my hand, the ball would go straight down to the ground. And that's that movement what we want. We're not trying to throw forward in that position. We just want it straight down into that drop. Now, what happens when we get to go faster? The boat speed's a lot faster. And what I say a lot in the squads is we want that fast hands to the water. So, you know, when we're sort of upping, especially this week, Hell Week, time trials, when you're doing a downwind, even when you're doing math with the current, you got to imagine that the current or the wind or the swell is pushing your craft at least 1.5, 2K an hour naturally without you paddling. And if you paddle in a lake all the time, that's just nice and neutral, and you get this drop ratio that's like the boat speed. I can get the paddle in and I can get that engagement without the ski or the craft moving past the paddle. Now, when you start going faster and you're doing downwinds, you're already naturally moving faster already. So we want to make sure the drop and that engagement happens a lot quicker, and it really comes from the drops.